You can't sit up at the table, you ain't breaking bread.
We all break bread like going Dutch on a dinner date. The love of your life.
To get you by my side, so tell me, baby, is you ready to ride to your man? Don't worry, you'll be back on the night. Sheesh. Come on and follow me, little mama. I'm down to lead the way.
It's getting cold, and you know, it's women choosing up, right? You know, it's cuffing season, but this is like, you know, when it's preseason, you still kind of on the fence about what team you about to choose. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Hey, can we listen to the producer, please? Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Back to business.
I have the best crew.
Who first about to play?
I think everyone and their girls got opinions on shit that don't even matter. You niggas ain't hungry and your shorty is a platter. And I'm coming through loco, ISO. Phil Knight of the East with the whole flow. And your main bitch cute like so-so. I know that's probably the best you can do. This ain't a personal attack on you. But hey, bro, man, I've been there and done that. And that's facts. If you looking for a comeback, I think you should be more in line with your conscience. You niggas not goons, just stop it. Man like me, if I like it, I cop it.
I'm getting chills just because I've lived this life before. I'm gonna let this verse play and then we'll get to business. I want y'all to hear this. This flow is different, by the way. This flow is different. What you want me to say? Okay. Let's turn this down. Let's listen. Ladies and gentlemen.
How many minutes are we in right now?
Ladies and gentlemen,
we ain't even say nothing.
Where we at? Actually, I'm about to work some magic.
Hold on, stop my time, man.
Stop my time. But
that's love.
Stop my time, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by this man is a legend in the making, but he's a legend already. He's a visionary. He's not even a rapper, but he's giving you niggas bars. But so he is a rapper. He is a rapper.
I mean, what is he? Yeah. You see, this man is the type of person that, and I'm gonna tell you to do this when we get off the air, man. I need you to clear whatever's in your bio right now. I want you to delete that shit.
Just say I'm me.
And I want you to just say that, you know, putting anything in this box would, you know, would box
diminish. Would box me and would diminish my repertoire.
Putting anything here would marginalize.
That's OC.
That's how I think.
That's OC hard. Have you seen somebody do that before?
Me, nigga.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought of that shit the other day and I was like, y'all can do that.
Gentlemen.
I fuck with that.
Sir Shek, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you.
No doubt, anytime, bro.
You're blessed and highly favored.
Yeah, you guys listening, just make sure you turn your headphones up this episode, man. It's gonna be a lot of gems drop, a lot of visionary talk. Don't miss anything, man. Get your notepad out. You know what I'm saying? They got apps that can transcribe audio to text now, so you don't have no excuse to
make sure things are transcribing. I want to ask you quickly about that song, man. That shit really. Sometimes you hear things and you just connect.
Yes.
And first of all, do you consider yourself a rapper?
Nah, not at all. No, not at all.
You don't have to go into detail. I just wanted to ask. Yeah. That was a hell of a verse.
Right, we're your promo team right now.
That was a hell of a verse. I hope that's not the last verse that you'll ever do. I hope you like Childish Gambino type shit where you just do like mad things.
It's crazy you mentioned, like, that's like one of the biggest inspirations for why, like, I even hopped into it.
Right.
Yeah, like, he's like, I mean, just watching his growth, like, I remember when people didn't take him seriously.
Exactly.
I remember when people didn't take him seriously as a rapper, because I was one of those people.
Now he's a legend.
And then just to see him transcend and, like, that was crazy.
I mean, Drake did the same thing.
So I want to ask, do you live your raps?
I mean, I've only written, like, a couple raps, so like I don't even know. That particular
rap you live.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk about that verse. Just you know,
can I highlight a specific part that I think is
your girl told me that she wanted to stay.
Yeah.
So we letting her stay.
What you want me to say?
Man.
Yeah. Dude, what is that record about? What is that verse about?
So it's crazy. So like I remember one time.
The people don't know already.
It's crazy. So we were me and Bam were in Jalen Muggs' house. Jalen Muggs is the producer.
Right. So Jalen, Shek, and Bam are the county boys.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, there's a couple other people. There's Tim.
There's a lot of counties. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So representation from all over.
Yeah. So it's pretty much Bam created, you know, the kind of like the concept for the county kids.
Right.
You know, obviously, you know, you don't have to be from a big city to do something that's great. I mean, that was his philosophy, and we all kind of just bought into it. So, but the record, we were in Jalen's house, and he was working on the beat. He was like making the beat, and came in was just, Bam was just kind of like, he was like just rapping to it, and I was like, yo, can I write to this? Like, he was like, yeah, bro, like do it.
Fuck it.
And then I heard his verse. My verse initially sounded completely different than what he was, because I didn't know what he was doing. With the record.
Right.
So when I heard his
You
verse,
sound like an actual rapper right now. That's that's what they be doing on the interview. How they say me like, yo, so I did my verse right. They sent it back to Hov.
Yeah.
Hov did his shit. I said, nah, I had to go back and relay my shit.
Yeah.
That's actually like.
Yeah.
You kind of did him dirty. You rewrote your words?
Not even. No. Not even. No. Like the concept of it, I didn't have a concept. I was just free write. I'm not a rapper, so.
And then you did what you're supposed to do.
He rapped his verse, and then I was like, oh, so we talking about girls.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
So you lived his life. Let the people. Without
girls,
people have to read between the lines on that record. That's pretty much about like people have choices in this life.
Yeah, for sure.
And we allow them to make their choices.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna fuck you up. So because like people don't know what I was like, what the concept of it was. So Bam's talking to the girl.
Yes.
And
you talking to
I'm
the nigga.
talking to the guy.
Yes,
so like
peeped.
Bam's talking to the girl like, yo, like
you know that nigga ain't
yeah, you know that nigga ain't shit. Like, yo, come with me. But then I'm talking to the guy like, bro, look.
Step your shit up.
This is why this happened to you.
You should probably be more in touch with your
And
conscience.
by the way, she's staying. She wants to stay. We can't just kick her out.
Wait. So. Is it Bam's girl?
No. This is like conceptual. Yeah.
Damn, this is like 3 layers deep.
Yeah, it's
layers. What did
crazy.
I just say? Everything that has layers, man.
It's crazy.
Everything that has layers.
So he set the tone.
So you don't live that life.
For me, I
Have you
lived
ever lived that life?
I lived it.
How did people game like that? Like, yo, my brother, like,
how did that work for you? This is pretty much taking somebody's girl. Like that's what the basis of the record.
Yeah.
How does that work for you?
That's what fucking.
I mean, but back in the day, it used to be, it was like funny. It was like a funny thing to do, but like, as I got older, I was like, that's not.
It's a waste of time. This is a poor use of my resources.
Has this ever put you in danger?
Oh no, sir.
You stay safe?
Yes, sir. At all times.
Be safe.
At all times.
Be safe though. Be safe though. My man, so Shek is in the building.
For sure.
That verse is crazy. You also said something that you would cop it. Matter of fact, I'll design it.
Yeah.
Flip it and drop it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now y'all don't even know how layered that is, right?
Yeah.
So y'all think that we're talking about his verse right now. But we're not. That's not even his main hustle.
Yeah. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm a fashion designer.
Amongst
a bit
other
of
things.
I'm a writer, active. I write screenplays as well.
Screenplays.
Yeah, I write screenplays.
Interesting you said that.
I actually, and I just
do
a whole bunch. I just do a whole bunch of speed.
So what made you? What I feel like fashion is your main hustle. What made you want to do that?
So I kept getting in trouble when I was like young, like when I was in like middle school, high school.
For what?
I just used to get in trouble, bro.
You was fighting?
Nah, like everything, like my cousins, my older cousins really weren't, like I didn't have any older brothers or siblings. Mm-hmm. So like my older cousins were like and they weren't really involved in the right thing,
Right.
I was always the smartest kid, but I'm trying to be them, and it wasn't really working out. So then my parents were trying to figure out a way to get me out of the environment, and rather than send me to Sierra Leone,
that would have been gone.
That's where you from?
Crazy, yeah.
Sierra Leone. So
I wish Eddie was this is 2 in a row.
Huh? That's 2 Salone people.
Yeah.
No, the other bro was from Salone, but he wasn't on the. You talking about Lake?
Oh, that was his man. Okay. Well, continue.
Yeah. So rather than send me to Sierra Leone, my aunt in London was like, no, just send him here. So I actually went to high school. I finished high school in London, and just being from the county, being from Maryland, and then just being in like a mecca fashion capital like London, and you can take the train to go to Paris, and you can just do things that like you can't do.
How long were y'all there for?
Like 2.5, 3 years.
What was the most memorable experience you had out there?
I mean, honestly, the whole thing. Like, when I came back home, I realized that I realized a couple of things. You can't believe the media anymore. Because my whole perception of what London was like, it was like this preppy town with the Queen and
real
tea
pretentious.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit. But it's not like that.
It's
grimy.
They have.
And the black people that they have experiences like we have experiences.
Certainly.
I feel like they're kind of ahead of the game in a lot of regard in terms of like music and fashion.
No, for sure. So that all of that, like just being in a major city for the first time out of the county was just like, dog, like.
So what county are you from?
A lot of
it just depends who you ask. You know what I mean? Like,
and when they met you. And what's
And when they
different
met you,
accounts?
yeah, like I was, I lived in, initially I lived in Langley Park, which was kind of like on the border of Moco and PG.
And PG, right?
And then I moved over to Hyattsville, which was kind of similar to that. And then Beltsville, which is in PG.
PG.
And then Moco,
I call Moco Champaign County.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said that the other day. I thought that shit was fly. Did you make that up?
I made it up.
Yo, we made up some fly shit this past.
I was at a house party like 3 weeks ago, and literally 97% of the party had champagne to drink.
I wasn't there.
Fire.
It's fire.
I wasn't there.
But it was fire. I said no. It was Adam. You said he's your man, but I think he was doing some shit.
Yeah,
but,
my nigga AD. Yeah. Shout out Adam Daniel, man.
I was told that y'all liquor stores either close really early or y'all don't even have mad liquor stores because of the county. Like, it's some shit. Is that true?
You're not gonna find a lot of. I mean, like
a lot of liquor. It's wine and
winery,
wine and beer, right?
Yeah,
and then it's liquor stores, but y'all don't have any liquor stores.
You
so everybody in the party, if you go to a Montgomery County party, they'll be drinking champagne.
Yeah, it'll be there, but like they'll be around, but they're harder to find.
I didn't fuck with Montgomery County niggas until I learned that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And that was cool. Champagne County.
Yeah, I'm really glad, and this is like one of the biggest reasons why I took it upon myself to reach out to all three of y'all. Jalen and Bam, was that the whole County Kids concept, right? Like, it kind of falls in line with not only how we were brought up, right? We're from Carroll County, if you know where Carroll County is. Definitely not somewhere that a lot of people like us are from. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people identify with that.
No.
Yeah,
for what?
Don't go.
For what?
Yeah.
But like it's again like we're not from a like very large metropolitan area. We identify with Baltimore for sure because that's the culture and things of that nature. But we said the same thing. Like, just because I'm not from there doesn't mean that I can't do something substantial. You know what I'm saying? And add to the culture and even bring light to where I'm from. You feel me? So I really appreciated how y'all all come from different spots. I mean, you've been to PG, bounced around a little bit, but I know I think Jalen is from Baltimore County.
Baltimore County. He's from Woodlawn or some shit like that, right?
Really?
I don't know. I think he's from. He's from out there.
He's from Baltimore.
He's from out there, yeah. So Jalen's probably closer to us, and then Bam is from
Montgomery County.
Moco again. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciated that aspect. Was like,
so what are the county boys?
So it's the county kids. Like,
kids.
I don't know. Like, it was I think.
Yeah, so that they can be unisex. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't want to just have a boys. It's 2019, man.
For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? Like LSC that shit.
Yeah. So I don't want to speak for him, but I remember I think it was kind of towards the end of maybe last year, and he was just trying to figure out like a name or a title to kind of house everybody in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Bam just said it to Jalen one day, and then it came back, and everybody, and he pitched the philosophy of it. It was just like, yo, like, we're from these towns. There's a whole bunch of artists that may never get their shot. They may never, because they give up and they feel like, damn, I can't make it in a big city. And he was just like, yo, we should just rep for them, like, just do it for them. And he built that philosophy, and we all just kind of bought into it. It was like, yo, bro, let's rock. Like,
I love that.
So shout out to Bam, man, for real.
Yeah, that man is lethal.
Nah,
that man is lethal. I'm glad I got to call him before we. I know that's what I'm saying. I don't even know. So I first found out about. Nah, I didn't. Let me not even say that. Let me say that I definitely saw your work before I met you, or even had a conversation. Right? I see the clothing. Yeah. SWVR is the brand.
Yes, sir.
I seen SWVR all over the place. I follow a lot of people from Towson. My brother also attended Towson.
Yeah, he ain't know that. I was about to drop that bomb on him. I think your last year there, that was my first year there.
Oh, okay.
What was your major?
Psychology. Well, psychology was my major, and then business.
You was in CLA?
That was a CLA, but heavy.
See, they talking Towsons. I don't even know nothing about that.
You probably went to class with him.
Bro, I was there. Bro,
you know what I'm saying? You see where he's at now.
I was in CLA, man. I don't think we
was there, but he wasn't heavy like that.
Yeah, I wasn't heavy like him. I was like...
Yeah, so I see all over the place, from various friends, the SWVR drops. Like, I always see SWVR. I'm like, this shit is kind of tough, man, but I was kind of hating, like... Cause
what is SWVR? I think I was reading.
I'm trying to get in my design bag. Nigga, fuck these. I think niggas shit horrible. Fuck that shit, bro.
I think I was reading it. I forget. There's like a little back meaning to SWVR, isn't there?
Yeah. Sure so initially, I started the brand when I was I went to a community college before I transferred to Towson. So
what community college?
Montgomery.
Okay.
Local. Oh yeah.
Rockville campus.
Okay. MC Rockville campus.
So when I started it, we didn't really have a name or anything like that. So the SWVR in its initial form is an acronym for chic, wealthy, arrogant, victorious, original retail.
Whoa, wait. Slow down and let the people know. Because I didn't
Slow it down. I just did.
Yo, battle rapper.
I know. I love it.
Yeah, later.
Watch the caption for this.
But nah. So chic, wealthy, arrogant, victorious, original, retail was the initial format.
The
of
full
it.
SWVR.
AVOR. Yeah, and yeah. So I mean, we just kind of started.
What does that mean?
The
The
chic.
logo.
What does that mean?
Well, chic is that's where my full name is. My full name is Sheku.
Where are you from? Wait, Salon? That's an every name.
Huh?
What name? That's a
So
Salon
look, my name is Sheku Ahmed Terawale.
Yeah.
So my
Strong
father-
name.
yeah, strong name.
Yeah.
Strong name.
But
It's almost sound Nigerian, bro.
Yeah,
It's as strong as our shit.
So it's like what it derives from is the word chic, which is
Right.
like leader, chief, tribe.
I read that earlier.
Yeah, and then it's like and then like the other meaning is like swindler of women or some crazy.
Some
It's like it
fly
had like a
shit.
crazy
So
like.
let the
meaning.
people know, because we gonna have to say that about 6 different times.
Yeah.
Chic,
wealthy, arrogant, victorious, original.
What does
retail.
that mean to you?
It's just I feel like anytime anybody asks me, and I just be like, yo, I feel like that's just where I was at the time. Like,
Oh,
I
at the
was like,
time.
yeah, I was just like, yo, like I want to be wealthy.
This is a manifestation.
This is a manifestation. The name of it alone was
Jesus.
a
Oh.
manifestation. So
This is the time in the interview, right, where the food flies in.
oh my
Can we
god.
get another, Michelle? Can we get another shot?
God,
Whoa.
ain't another shot too.
Oh my goodness.
I'm-
Mercy.
Michelle, I'm trying my best.
Lord have mercy.
Whoa.
Let her mercy. Let her mercy.
Whoa.
This is crazy.
Hold on to that. You good.
Yeah. Because we gonna play it like this because,
You don't got to pass plates when you a guest on the
For
show.
the sake of the shot. Hey, Torres. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God,
Now,
It's crazy.
nigga.
we have some, wow.
What the fuck?
You know, Diamond, last time,
You gotta get the
baby,
phone out. I don't
Yeah.
do this. Look, I don't do this in restaurants.
last time, I
do this with
exactly.
home cooked
When
food,
I
alright?
when I go out to eat, I never
That should be-
take
that should
pictures
be
of my
regular.
food.
It should be
Last
right.
time he made me lamb chops, man, I put that joint on my Instagram. My joint was booming. People was hitting me all over. They thought I had a girl, man.
They think you got a girl every week. bro.
Every week. I took the picture with Jada.
What's going on with
Took
you?
the picture with Jada.
Aziz be thirst trapping.
Yeah, he do.
I be thirst trapping.
Yes.
It's a
Aziz be like,
It's good for the brand.
That was a
Aziz be like,
relationship ass
hey,
caption.
caption. He was like, if it's close to you, hold it. If it's important to you, hold it close.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Then
a
he got
fire
his whole
caption, my
fucking-
nigga.
You gotta-
It's good for the brand.
You got her in the headlock. It's good for the brand, but they started playing nigga, man. You think I got a girl?
No, I'm not
I think
complaining.
you
I'm
got-
just saying, bro.
Oh.
That's the art of it.
That's the subtle
That's
brag.
the art of
It's
it.
the subtle brag that you
That's the art of it. I literally hit Jada, like, when we was there, I was like, Jada, everybody asks you to take pictures of everyone. Can I get a picture with you tonight, please?
Man, you was
She
trying
had
to,
a
man.
fit
You was
on.
trying to, man. That was your angle, man. That was smooth.
Son,
That was smooth. I give you credit, man.
listen, you know I don't need no sleight of hand, bro.
It's
not my
We
thing,
don't need
bro.
sleight of hand, bro.
Yeah, but I said I can
Depends
say
on how,
that.
Depends on how slight your hand is.
You know, it's like,
Slow it down. I was dishing you.
oh yeah, so we're gonna hand Michelle our shot glasses.
Okay.
I heard you.
No,
big
I
dog.
appreciate that. So yeah, we got we have the lamb chops in front of us.
Can we pray over this food? Are you a
For
spiritual
sure.
man?
I am 100%.
Okay, we're gonna let you. I'm gonna ask you to pray over this food.
All right,
for
so
sure.
get his other shoulder, bro. Let's touch
got
an
you.
agreement, man.
I got you.
Oh, her, big dog.
All right.
Dear God, thank you so much for this day. First and foremost, thank you for keeping us safe. Thank you for bringing us all here. Thank you very much for allowing us to indulge in this meal. Thank you for the chef. Please continue to guide her as she goes through her travels.
Amen.
And just please bless anybody who doesn't have the opportunity to have a meal like this today.
Amen.
Especially because it's getting colder.
Mm-hmm.
And in your name we pray, Lord. Amen.
Amen. God bless.
Yeah.
Are you have a pastor in your future?
Nah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he don't know. That's what I said. Listen,
I don't know what I'm doing.
listen.
Bro.
His bio is clear from today. From today, bro. October 20th. His bio is gonna be clear.
Can I ask
You
you a
cannot
quick
box
question?
this man in.
So
No, before you ask him a question, let me ask him a question.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before you ask him a question, I'm gonna ask.
Why you asking a
What
question?
was I
like
gonna
this,
say?
man? Oh, you don't remember?
Hold on, just give me a second.
Take your time.
Go ahead, talk to him, man.
Okay. I wanted. Did you grow up in the church?
I did. So
No. This is what.
No. Just quick question. Don't go into it.
Fuck your question.
Why?
This is why he's a real nigga, bro. I have to say this, bro.
Yeah.
So we've had a couple guests come on the show recently, right? We feed everybody equally as well. You know what I'm saying? We try to anyway.
Yeah.
This is insane.
This is
But
crazy.
you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you know, I asked you if you had any like dietary restrictions, you know, preferences and things of that nature.
He definitely dropped the gym.
And he said, this man told me that there is too many hungry people in this world to be picky.
All you childish motherfuckers.
Nah, for sure.
He said, come on, bro, I'm not picky. It's too many mouths that's going unfed.
For sure, that's real.
So he's getting a meal. Mind you, these guests do not, listen, I know some of y'all think some other shit is going on. These niggas do not pay to come on the show. You can send me money if you want to.
No, somebody asked if we pay people to come on the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely put
Niggas
the cash app in the description of this episode. You know what I'm saying?
I will buy merch, but I will not pay you to be on the show. Relax yourself. The reason I asked that question is because okay, it's like a 3-part question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a Kanye West fan?
Ooh.
Have you ever been a Kanye West fan?
Have I, bro?
Okay.
West is like, and the reason why his recent transgressions have hurt us so much is because, like, you feel me? Like, bro, he was up until this point, he was everything to us. You feel me? Like, if you were a black creative,
You good, bro?
he said, "You're good."
Yo, slam it, nigga. It'll just punch him in the chest.
But yeah, up until recently, man, he was everything to us. If you were a black creative, at some point, either him or somebody in his crew influenced you in some way. So it's like,
you're a godsend. I appreciate it.
So it's like, I am.
Continue.
I don't agree with the recent things he's been doing, but
those transgressions.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I wonder because this is gonna be quick because you're not Kanye and we don't give a fuck about Kanye that much. I just had a question about music because there's this thing he's doing in terms of like remixing certain songs that might not be what's the opposite of secular?
Non-secular.
Like
Non-secular or like wow. Wow,
that's why I'm here, bro.
Songs that are non-secular.
That's how you be a beat mic, niggas.
Big thing. I appreciate
y'all beat
you.
mics be quiet, man.
Yeah, this nigga just woke up.
Hey, yo, so for those of y'all that don't know, we have Saw in the building.
We've been talking about
gentlemen.
Kanye for 5 minutes.
Give it up for Saw, everybody.
Woo.
Clap my lamb chops.
The reason I'm asking that is because, like, Ray Charles did the same shit in the 60s or the 50s whenever Ray Charles was making music. Like, he remixed songs that were non-secular and made it, or songs that were, like, you know, from the church.
He be researching, bro.
No, I mean, this is just life, man.
That's fact.
I didn't even do no research. I watched fucking Ray.
You watch Ray?
Nah, but I did research, but I'm saying I'm a music aficionado and connoisseur.
About to make a point.
Yeah, but my point is, artists have been doing this for decades.
Right.
And the same artists that we call legends did the same exact thing Kanye's doing.
Right.
The only difference is Kanye is acting like a preacher. And he's talking, and he, you know, he's praying over people, and he's
So
just listen to me. Listen to me. You
Hey, listen, I know you got Kanye number and all that, man.
Yeah, he about to call Kanye and squash the beef right now.
Yeah, some of us don't have that type of access, man. So
my point is, you can make the music.
Does he really?
And no, he don't. Anytime he tell you got somebody's number,
No, like that.
he's probably finding the number right there.
No, I'm saying,
Yo,
I'm saying, like,
That was a great question.
crazy world.
Yeah, that's a great
We're living
question.
in a crazy world.
I understand.
the content makes itself.
My point is,
Y'all niggas see when a natural does this shit.
my point is that like artists, musicians have been doing this for the longest.
Right.
The difference is he's acting like he's a preacher, which
This
is
is lovely.
But how do you feel about the musical part of it?
Right.
Because I feel like it's been done before, and the shit is fire.
It's hard.
I feel like the music is fine. Like, I don't think any of us have ever questioned his talent when it comes to music. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing with Ye. Like, we never question his talent when it comes to music. It just so happens that, like, we believed in him more than we believed in him beyond music.
Yeah, we placed
Okay.
we placed
You know what I mean? We
expectations
placed
on
him
him.
as
That
like,
might have been an accident. Which is acting is
right.
always an
That
accident.
might have been the accident that we did that to him. Like, Kanye was always outlandish. He always said the wrong things at the wrong time, but we always felt like he was saying it for us.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It just so happens that now it doesn't feel like
it's
this nigga's saying it for us.
That's
It feels
real.
like he's saying it for him or the Kardashians or whoever. And that's what's hurt. That the backlash that you're seeing everybody has for Kanye is really like almost kind of like hurt. Like, damn, nigga, like
It is
Niggas just hurt.
like, yay, bro, yay,
like a
it's
woman's
you,
storm.
yay. Yo, George Bush don't care about black people, bro. This
And
nigga,
that's crazy.
This nigga's
Yeah.
not different. Like, oh,
You
yay.
changed.
Yeah, so but I feel like Ye's doing something different. Like, I think he's definitely doing the Ray Charles thing.
Shit is dope,
Definitely
bro.
trying to do that. But then, have y'all ever seen a documentary called Wild Wild Country?
Can you get to the mic, Robert, please?
If y'all
So sorry.
ever get a chance,
Mhm.
watch this documentary called Wild Wild Country.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much about a spiritual, like, guru type leader,
Mm-hmm.
and he's from India, and his followers pretty much bought land in like Oregon,
Mhm.
and they built the land, and they pretty much built their own civilization on this land.
Okay.
And they scared the shit out of every single like white person in Oregon.
Okay.
Like, the senators had to get involved. It was like a national crisis, but it happened in the 80s, so there was no
Okay.
social media or anything
Right,
like that.
It didn't spread
But there's a
how it would.
documentary on it, and if y'all watch that
Mm-hmm.
and then look at what Kanye's doing,
Mm-hmm. It's the same
I
shit.
promise you,
History repeats itself, man.
bro, it's funny. It's kind of funny, but like,
Well, you talking about the
it's real.
Wyoming shit and all, like building his own
Bro,
civilization?
yeah, just peep that junk. Whenever you get a time,
So
like,
you fuck
whenever
with
you
it?
get I don't, it's not, bro. Honestly,
It's
like,
okay to
I gotta
say-
see. No, it's not that I don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with his political views,
That's what I'm saying.
but
Fuck it.
I don't know if it's enough. At first, when I first started seeing it, it was definitely like, yo, fuck Kanye. But like, as time kind of goes on, it's like,
Nigga, hey, me.
Do you own it? Do you own any Yeezys?
I don't. No, I don't.
I caught myself
I'm a
almost
Nike
about to
boy.
buy a pair of Yeezys the
I'm a
other
Nike
day.
boy now.
What I tell you, man?
You sound, yo,
you
y'all don't
saying?
even
What you
understand why
saying?
that's a flex.
I'm a Nike boy now.
Settle flex, huh? I know. What do you mean in terms of the Yeezys? They hard.
They're not even that hard.
They hard.
Dude, that's
I
not
didn't
fun.
cop them though.
Me neither.
I copped some way cooler boots, but this
Let me
man
get some
said that he doesn't do the 3 stripes. He's a Nike boy. Now, what you may or may not know, that this man Sir Shek, like he said, he designs. You know, we're not even to go through all of this man's talents and accomplishments. You know, we start looking like the Joe Budden's podcast recording for 3 hours. We can't do that today. But it's to my understanding that you have a collaboration with Nike coming
I knew you was about to say that.
very soon, and not what you might think it is.
Yeah, so I got chosen. I got selected out of like he has this it's like a community, like a sneaker community,
Right.
and every now and then they'll pick out people from the community to, you know, just kind of make a sneaker or a silhouette. They'll give you a silhouette and just say, build a story
Flip the
with the
colors
sneaker.
and-
Yeah,
right,
flip the
right.
colors, build a story with this. And I got selected out of a couple thousand people. There's a couple other people in the DMV that got selected. But,
Yeah. Is what's his name? Is Peter J from out here, or is he from New York? Like, I know he's Nigerian. But yeah. I also know another guy that we know, Tayo Jr.
Yeah.
Cool
Shout out to
dude,
him.
man.
Shout out to him.
He's about to
Shout
come
out.
on soon.
Yeah,
too,
that was
man.
the
I
first
up for
person that DM'd me when we all got the news, and we actually like in the same class is what they're calling it.
Right.
But yeah, it drops on November 1st, and shout out to him. All of our sneakers and all of our profiles drop on Nike.com on November 1st. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And I've done a sneaker with Adidas before. So this is kind of cool to have. But I've always been a Nike.
It's cool to work with Nike now.
Nah,
you know, I've done this before.
Nike's always been my you know, I've always.
They've been the flies.
Huh?
Nike's been the flies for a long
They've never. I feel like out of every brand, they've never fallen out. There's never been a time where like Nike wasn't cool.
Yeah.
Right.
And then on top of that, if you're wearing a Nike shirt and he's wearing a Nike shirt, you don't look at his shirt like, damn, his Nike shirt is whack. It's just like, it's like a units. Like, oh, we all just wearing Nike.
We all just
So
wearing
I think-
Nike.
I think
Because
that
their standard is also very consistent. Like
their
across
standard
the
is
board.
so high, bro. It's like.
Yeah. That's true. That's incredible. See,
Yeah, man.
this man didn't even take more than 2 minutes to talk about a Nike collab. That's how you know this man's working, bro. You know what I see? This man be waking up in the morning, right?
They
Listen,
just
I watch
deposited-
everything.
They just
I watch
deposited 10
everything.
racks into this nigga's bank account.
Bruh. This man be posting his wake up, right? On IG story. And I hit this man every so often, like, bro, like, you live in heaven, my nigga? Like, he always be looking over the balcony, and this nigga lives in the clouds, bro.
Yeah.
His location be saying Towson, but I know he lying, bro.
Nah, it's Towson, bro.
He trying to shake. He trying.
It's Towson. It's Towson.
Nah. I
got
don't
money.
believe it.
Nah, it's not
We
either,
gonna,
man.
we gonna talk about it off air, man. I want to know where you really live.
Nah, I
at,
live in
man.
Towson, bro. I live
That
in
shit
Towson.
looks incredible.
live in
Listen. I'm not about to have this conversation with you right now. On the
I live
air,
in
bro.
Towson.
I don't want nobody to,
Nah,
you know.
facts.
I don't want to get you in some trouble or
Nah,
nothing
nah,
like
for
that.
sure.
You feel me? But
Um,
nah.
But
So I'm on the SWVR website, right?
yeah.
And in the bio, very short bio.
Yeah.
You niggas pay attention. Don't have a fucking 8-paragraph bio.
Yeah.
Keep it short. We take historic time periods, we modernize them through fashion. History never ends. Fashion never ends. We will never end. SWVR. So
For sure.
what? I mean, you're doing things now. So this is. Do you feel as though this is a historic time period that we're going through right now?
Yeah, for sure. So, like,
how can that quote apply to what you're currently doing?
I mean, initially the brand, like, it was just a logo in t-shirts. Like, I didn't go to fashion school. I've never taken a design class.
That's what I was gonna ask. Yeah.
I've never taken a design class or anything. This is all everything that I've learned. I learned off of like YouTube and trial and error.
And just good taste for real.
Yeah, just being lucky to have that. It's a God-given thing. But I think initially we started the brand. I didn't know what direction I wanted to take it in, so I would. Like the first time we ever used that concept of using history was like Alexander the Great, and we used every single piece. We just used as like a time period in Alexander's life. So from his birth,
and you reconceptualize it,
and we just reconceptualized it through paintings and through artwork, and just put it through the pieces. But now in the modern version of the brand, it's like I'm just seeing what I see on the news and trying to regurgitate it through the pieces, or I'm taking things from my own life and breathing life. Breathing my own stories or whatever I'm going through into the pieces and giving them a life of their own, and I feel like that shit has been resonating with people.
It definitely has, and even on the same site, it's kind of funny because in contrast, right?
Yeah.
When you go to an individual piece, those descriptions can be kind of lengthy.
Yeah.
Right. And they're historically charged. There's a lot of sentiment in them. Like, what made you make that decision to include so much information in each individual like piece's description like that?
Because I feel like even with our people, like there's been different avenues to preach messages, and like one thing that black people love, and I think that we love style, and it's like it's what we do.
We are style.
So it's like, but the style that we've been presented throughout the years have been these Italian brands, these French brands, like.
Which Kanye is also the king of.
Yeah. And there's no disrespect to any of them. I think they're amazing, but
they're just not black.
Yeah, they're not telling the story of somebody that's walking down the street that looks like us, sounds like us. I mean, Pierre Moss just got in the building, so shout out to him. Shout out to Kirby. Shout out to Kirby. But yeah, I just when I started to open up and just like, yo, I'm gonna tell you a story about this. I'm gonna tell you a story about that. It gives the clothing just like it's almost like merchandise for ideas.
Are you telling black stories?
Telling every story.
So, do you have like an example of like
Yeah, so there was a piece that I made. It's called SWVR. It's on my website. And it's pretty much just his nickname back in the time. Like
Yo, Siri really
popped up out of nowhere.
Siri's the feds.
My joint be doing the same thing.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's my bad. I'm gonna talk to her after we get out the show.
It's all good, bro. But SWVR is an ancient like designer, because what people don't know is like around the early times of the first millennium, Europe was ran by Muslims and Moors,
right?
So it was like they were getting their culture from like the other side of the Mediterranean, so like Northern Africa. These were black people that were running Europe. So the fashion, the dining, like there was a man that was really pivotal in inventing and creating that, and he just kind of went unnoticed, and his name is SWVR. So his nickname was the Blackbirds. So I made a Blackbirds jersey, and people.
That's what that.
That's what that was. So this guy invented. He's the reason. It's so crazy. This guy is the reason why we eat asparagus, and we're eating asparagus right now. I swear. If you look at it,
You're lying,
bro. If anybody wants to pull that up right now,
so
his name is
good.
ZIRYAB. And he's the reason why we eat asparagus.
Can we get that, Kyrie? Can you Google that, please?
If you can pull that up right now, bro, I promise you. He wrote over 10,000 songs. He created the concept of having fashion in the summer and the winter.
Damn.
This nigga,
he laid the whole blueprint.
He laid the blueprint down for the modern era.
Oh my goodness.
YAB. And they call him the Blackbird.
Yeah.
Is the Blackbird jersey still for sale?
I don't think I have it anymore.
No,
but I do. Yeah, B with a B.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's right there. It's right there.
Yeah, y'all niggas stink.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas think.
Oh, his
y'all
name
don't-
is
y'all-
Abu Hassan.
Yeah, so he was just like, I mean, if you just look at his astronomy. I mean, geography.
Yeah, look at the little tabs. Like,
Look at his tabs, bro. Like he just built everything.
hygiene and fashion.
He invented the first versions of toothpaste.
Yo, who
he
is this nigga, man?
He came up with the concept of having like.
Oh, yeah.
Arbitrator of culinary fashion and taste, who also revolutionized the local cuisine by introducing new fruits and vegetables such as asparagus.
I'm
And
done.
by introducing 3-course meals
Diamond, did you know this?
served leathern tablecloths.
That's why you brought asparagus
and
today?
And tablecloths. That's some fly shit.
He invented the concept of a 3-course meal.
He laid the blueprint for the whole.
He is the
the
guy.
whole-
He's the guy. Like
He laid the
I
blueprint
think-
for everything.
Listen, Diamond is a genius.
Yeah.
Diamond knew we was gonna do this,
She did the
and she brought
asparagus
asparagus.
Yeah.
on
That's
purpose.
just the energy.
Damn, that's
It's
wild.
crazy.
That's
It's
God
irony.
working.
It's irony, but like those stories that haven't been told. You know what I mean? Like when you see it on the surface, it just looks like a cool shirt. It just looks like a cool jersey. But if you even take a second to just look into it a little more, you'll realize that there's something.
Kyrie, can you go to
You just sold out on Breaking
can you go to the second tab?
Yeah.
and go no to the second tab. I'm talking about on the joint. And then go to shop.
Yeah.
So we're
'Cause I
live
wanted
on
to
the Slaver
ask-
website right now, man.
It's
Go
Kyrie's-
pop up, man.
Yeah, okay, go down.
Scroll.
Okay, go to. Well, I want to see that. Okay, go to the second row
Scroll.
to the right. What does Santa Mari mean? What is that? What is that?
That's actually a script. Santa Mori is a fictional kind of like character script. I'll give you like example of what the character is.
Okay.
She's pretty much it's set in a medieval time, around the time where the Moors were losing control of Europe. And she is like, she's half Moor and half Catholic.
Oh.
So she's stuck in between these like damn, like the Moors are going down, or like the black people in Europe are going down and they're being eradicated, but I also have this blood in me as well.
The
And
Catholic way.
she owns a port, so her land is on a port, and it's one of the most important ports in the time. You know what I mean?
That shit
And it's
is
very difficult. It's very difficult to capture the port because it's like it's kind of isolated. And then everyone in her land is almost like the smartest engineers live there.
Right.
The most
She
beautiful
got this
people.
shit on lock.
She got everything on
The
lock, and it's like
talented 10th.
yeah, the talented 10th, and it's very hard for people. And like pretty much the whole script is people trying to capture Santa Mori, but it's like this woman
can't do it.
this woman that's
She's
just like
slippery.
so difficult to do. But
She's
Oh,
slippery.
nobody was with me.
I know a lot of. I know a
a
lot
lot of
so because I can't manifest the film.
Right.
So right now I'm just dropping almost like the merchandise now in reverse.
Yeah.
So it's like in reverse.
Reverse,
You know,
yeah.
like when people do films, they drop merch, but me, I'm
Yeah.
doing
The merch and then the film.
And then by the time you get to the movie, you're already attached to the character
Exactly.
without even knowing that you're attached to the
Yo,
character.
you really like Childish Gambino, low key.
That's my man, bro.
Damn.
That's my man. So yeah.
Damn, that is.
I think. Oh man, so my head is just.
I cannot wait to see all of this come to fruition, man.
Nah, Lord willing, bro.
That's
I
a
need
great
I
concept.
need a break. I need some time to sit and digest all the gems that you dropped on us today, man. I don't want to bust over people's heads. I mean, listen. I want you to enjoy these lamb chops.
No.
I want to enjoy my asparagus. Now that I know the importance behind asparagus,
Big cut.
learn something today.
Damn, man. This nigga's a teacher.
I wanted to appreciate you for stopping
I
by.
appreciate you, man.
For breaking bread with us, man. This is another episode. I feel like every week we keep on saying that this is our favorite episode, but it just means that the family is growing for real, man. I was talking to you about that the other day, like, you know, every time we bring somebody in here, literally to bring you into my house is like me being kind of vulnerable, you know what I'm saying? Like that vulnerability that we was talking about earlier, so it means a lot for you to pull up.
Toast to Sir Shek.
We'll toast to Sir Shek.
Toast the water because this man is a holy man.
Not even. It's not even. Far from, but
Everybody just a temple, man.
bro.
Salute to Sir Shek, man. Shout out to County Kids.
That toast was to us getting another verse.
Yeah.
From Sir Shek in
You didn't know.
2020, man. Yeah,
We just sealed it. We just sealed the
Eventually,
incantations.
Eventually,
With the
yeah.
spirit.
You didn't even know what you just toasted to, man. We just fucked your whole life up.
Oh, shit up,
It's
man.
all good. We gonna take care of it.
That's love.
Yeah,
man.
much appreciation for coming through,
No
man.
doubt, bro.
Oh, do you vend?
Huh?
Do you vend?
What do you mean?
You vend your clothes at different events?
As in,
I haven't done it in a long time, but I mean, I would.
We're gonna talk. We had
That's a cut, bro.
God bless everybody. Look, we're throwing an event soon, man. Go to my Instagram. Look at that shit, man. It's gonna be fly. All the other shit happening that week.
Yeah.
You overpaying for a low quality product.
Stop it.
Okay. No. I know we rapping.
Stop it.
This is
Go to my bio. Click that link. That's a low ticket, and you gonna wonder how we was able to afford to even give you the time that we gonna give you.
And you know what we're gonna
Y'all
tell
niggas
you?
is paying $25 to get in the door, paying $16 for drinks.
What?
Just to stare at women that's not really trying to talk to you.
At all.
Instead of that,
Be the worst.
come to what's the joint called? Black Magic, Halloween Havoc,
Something like that.
October 31st,
You know what I'm
Bowie,
saying?
Maryland.
Bring your costumes.
Yeah, man.
Because if you don't go, man, your girl gonna be there, man.
Stop fucking with niggas that's not fly.
And she said she wanted to stay, so we letting her stay.
What you want me to say?
That's a cut.
And with that, we out, man. God bless.
That was classic. That was perfect. That was perfect.